Yes, if you could live your life over again, would you make any changes, either professionally or personally?
Geez, that's such an impossible question because, yeah, I'm sure there were a few things that I would do differently, but I think that, you know, you get to be who you are by being who you are. All I know basically is that he had to have some kind of an answer, and I wanted him to know that it wasn't because of him. I would rather have him think that than his father didn't like him specifically because of him. And the truth of the matter was, it's not because of him, it's because of his father's problems. And everyone in that car but Chastity had no relationship with their father.
Yeah, it makes you, though, you know, if you talk enough like this, you don't want to let your daughter out of the house. That's the thing that happens. The males do seem to be going out of their way to walk away from familiar responsibility. That's what it looks like. Not all of us, but a whole bunch of us.
The majority of women that I know, this is what I find really interesting. The majority of women that I know didn't know their fathers really well. The ones that I know that did are closer to their fathers now than they are to their mothers. It seems that when a man is a good father, he's a fabulous parent. I know that the best parent I've ever met is Kurt Russell. Mother, father, call it whatever you want to. He is the absolute best parent I've ever known.
Yeah.
Cher, do you believe in the institution of marriage?
Yeah, but who wants to live in an institution?
Yes, but who wants to live in an institution?
Right.
There are folks who might have missed, though. That's pretty fast.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I think that I'm optimistic in feeling that it is certainly a possibility, and yet I don't think that we go into it in the right way, and I don't think that it's any of our faults, really. I was watching your program. I was trying to call in. You had men on one day and you had women on the next day. And I thought, God, I'd give anything to be there if you had them both together. I feel that we make unrealistic demands on each other for total happiness. No one is responsible for your total happiness. I also think that we have somewhere in the back of our minds this father knows best ideal of marriage. We don't live in that society. We don't live. We are consumered and commercialized to death. I don't even know how we've survived in this world as long as we have. I believe that all the values that we're trying to maintain from an older time period are trying to be sold. I mean, we live in this McDonald's kind of world that's just horrendous. How can we have anything meaningful when everything is disposable?
Does Ms. Ferraro's appearance in the Diet Pepsi commercial diminish her candidacy, the first woman in the history of the country and the Republic? Doesn't she have an obligation to remove herself from this kind of commercial concern? On the other side, you say, look, you got to pay the bills. It's legal. What's wrong with this? I see former Senator Baker selling USA Today. Did you notice that? You worked real hard for this ability?
I mean, the biggest sell job in the world is selling the president. I mean, we are sold the president of the United States.
Yeah. Yes.
The outfit that you wore in the commercial for Jack LaLanne, the pants, was that your doing or was that their doing?
Actually, that was my doing against their will.
Yes. For a moment.
The role that you play in Mask, it seems to be very important to you, and I was wondering if there was a special reason.
It's very important because, first of all, it's a true story, and it so moved me when I read it that I just felt that people should see this and that I wanted to be a part of it.
Yes.
Do you find it hard to do those emotional scenes where you have to do a lot of crying?
Not really, not at all.
Yes, ma'am.
When will the movie be released?
It comes out in New York and Los Angeles and Toronto on March the 8th and everywhere else on March the 22nd.
So many accomplishments. What's next for Cher?
Yeah, what is...
All right. You know what? You're not going to believe this, but like before I walked down here, I said, God, I'll do anything if you just get me through this show. So just getting through this show, you know, I would like to go on to do this kind of work. I really enjoy it. I'd like to do work that I really believe in and that I hope will be entertaining, but also like the way I feel this movie is important.
And I know this audience joins me in thanking Cher for a very